Happy time zone, happy dinner, happy lunch, happy brunch, happy everything. Welcome to 90 Infinity 5, the Splorts Hub. My name is Joey T. Badger, your host today of this Blaseball News Network, Blaseball Sunday with a cup of Joe, E.T. Badger. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see some noise in the chat. Let's see some hi, hellos. Hello, hi. It's been a long time, right? You are. Noise. Yes. So happy to have you all here. Blaseball's back. Blaseball's back tomorrow. Thank you for being here. What you're about to watch is a talk show about Blaseball for you all. So this show is about being accessible to everyone. People who follow Blaseball every minute on Twitter and retweet everything instantly as they come out. Thank you, Kat. Or people who don't spend a lot of time focusing on Blaseball because Blaseball is a lot. So this show is meant for you. And it's not just me talking at you as I would definitely do because you are all worth it. Love you, chat. I have with me three wonderful panelists. So please help me welcome them to the screen. First, you might know her from Little League. She and from the cast when we cast games. She is an amazing person, wonderful actress. Please welcome to the screen, Marissa Farmer. Hello, Marissa.
Oh, hi! How's it going, Joey T. Badger?
Marissa, I am doing fantastic. So happy to have you here. What are you up to? What's going on? How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm here to ask questions. I'm for that 0% of the audience who doesn't really quite know everything about Blaseball. Hello, everybody.
Well, you say 0%. I would say it's more than 0%. It's a non-zero number, and that's why we're doing this. And actually, at the end, again, feel free to ever ask questions. Also, in the chat, feel free to ask questions. At the end, we'll dedicate a lot of time to answering your questions. If you're new to Blaseball, coming back because a lot of fun stuff is happening, please feel free to interact. This show is for all of us. This is a large dialogue. So happy to have you here, Marissa.
Happy to be here.
All right, Marissa, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
We have a Cyberwitch ready to come on, who is also one of the captains of the Boston Flowers, and is a quote statistician. I think I said that correctly. And quote, please help us welcome and make some noise in the chat for Kat. Hello.
Yeah.
One of the only people who actually has their own emoji in this channel. So let's see some TY Kat. Kat, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm having a good day, hanging out, talking Blaseball.
Yes,
love
absolutely.
to talk some Blaseball. Love
Blaseball. It's back. It's back, baby. Someone said,
back, baby.
Yeah, and the Discord's now defrosted, which is very exciting. So it feels like it's back. Oh, I love.
Yep, main court has been almost fully thawed. It's all working. I almost said de-thawed, which is not a thing.
I like it.
That would just be going back in the freezer, I think.
De-thawed?
De-thawing.
Yeah. It sounds good. It's like what do you call it when you're we use there's a word that we use incorrectly that became correct because we use it all the time.
Literally?
No, but also yes. I don't know. Words are hard, everyone.
Anyway,
Kat, did you mean defrosting?
Yeah, that's probably what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah,
I probably put together defrosting and thawing, and it just became de-thaw.
Oh, irregardless, Yellow Man for real. Thank you.
Irregardless, that is a word that's not a word.
Yeah, but now it is. Yeah, great. Love
anyway.
Words are hard.
This is a great introduction section.
This is a great introduction. We're nailing it. We're definitely not rusty. But you know who is really good with words? That so good with words they built a media empire based off of that. And this is technically their show. They are putting this on. We have I guess I'm not sure what the canon is anymore, but he runs the dang thing and says most of the words. Please help us welcome Callahan Jones, Blaseball News Network.
Yeah.
Hey everyone. Hello.
Hi.
It's great to be here.
So happy to have you here, Cal. Thank you again. Thank you again for believing in the Splorts Hub and us for putting on this Sunday event.
Oh, of course. It's great to be here at my own event. I can't wait to talk about Blaseball with all of you.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
And that's why we are here. We finally tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m.
Nope. 11 a.m. Eastern.
11
Eastern
a.m.
Standard.
Eastern.
Blaseball is back in its full form. Season 12 is coming back. A bunch of new announcements. And we're going to chat about that a little bit. So, we're just going to kind of talk about, our expectations first about like this new season, what we're excited for. And I'm sure that will spill its way into the announcements for Blaseball. And then we'll go into questions. So if you're new, like, please, we want to welcome you into our community. Blaseball is at its heart about the community. So, yeah. With that, friends, Marissa, what are you all excited for?
I was just gonna say real quick, Joey. I believe you have forgotten something.
Have I? Boom!
Perhaps.
There it is. There it is. Fine. I promised Asher that I would put a mince hat in the top right corner, and there you are. There's your mince hat.
There we
yes.
go.
Yeah,
There you go.
Marissa, if you don't mind holding it up, I really appreciate that.
Very Vanna White.
Blaseball, WSHU is so happy to have you here, a wonderful caster for the Charleston Shoe Thieves.
Love
the B in
Wushu.
love Wushu. The B in Blaseball does stand for community. Thank you for that. Anyways, so friends, Blaseball coming back. What are you excited about for this upcoming season and return and thawing or defrosting? Thawing. I think
Concessions. Concessions is the big talk of the day today.
Right, you are.
We're all hungry for some fresh Blaseball.
Right, you are.
What that word was?
It was words.
Verbally typoed.
Verbally typoed. I like it. Add to dictionary. So from the press release that Blaseball and the game band has released, that concessions, where we'll be able to buy snacks and also votes our snacks. That is what we are given. What the heck does that mean, Kat? What do you think it means?
Well, I can tell you that it probably means we're going to get some new stuff in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
It probably means there's going to be something to buy other than peanuts, or possibly there's going to be something where peanuts is the currency rather than coins. Yep, go ahead.
No, yeah, that's really interesting. Apparently, fun fact: peanuts are not snacks; they're currency.
Got it. Yeah.
I mean, it would be really interesting to be able to use our peanuts for something else other than the Hall of Flame or for snacking on. Apparently, they're not snacks, but
Yeah.
you
can still eat them. You can eat coins if you want.
That's true.
I mean, I guess you could eat coins.
Yeah, I don't recommend.
It's also possible because Blaseball is great for learning secondary definitions of words. That concessions has nothing to do with food at all.
Oh, that would be tricky. Well, it seems like you're an expert on words. What does concessions mean besides food?
Concession is basically giving up.
Yeah, so I'm strong.
So maybe they're just selling the concept of just giving up. It's possible. It's Blaseball, baby.
This Blaseball, baby, right? You are.
Concessions might also be side bets. That would be very cool. I would love to be able to put some bets in on more things.
Failure as a vote, probably. Yeah.
Sure.
So
that sounds like Blaseball.
It sounds like Blaseball. I feel like that's what fans were kind of wanting, and as someone who participates in the cultural event, betting is fine. It's nice seeing numbers go up there. It's nice seeing like your idols do well and you getting money to buy votes. But I think it would be nice to have that tangible next thing.
I would love more betting because I like this game. I don't know about you guys, but I like Blaseball.
You like Blaseball? That's
I do
a hot
enjoy
take right there. Oh, what was that pout for?
So like, I assume with concessions, I mean, they simply stated that there will be some, right? They didn't there's no
concessions. You can now buy snacks. Also, votes are snacks.
Direct quote.
Well, what we do know about concessions is that we're getting concessions because at the end of season 11, end of season 11, we voted for eat. We voted for eat in the election, and so we opened up a part of the book that says eat concessions. The league shall sell concessions to the fans. B, henceforth, tons of redacted. Expand their earning potential and betting experience.
Yes.
So, a little bit of a clue of what these concessions might do, but we caused them to come into existence. It's all our fault, no matter what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Yeah.
And think of that.
The actual wording on the decree is the book eats everything in sight. Stomachs rumble, concessions are made.
No.
So
concessions are made.
If my idol Gloria Bugsnax say wouldn't survive unless I bought a ton of hot dogs with mustard.
Possible.
Yikes.
This is yes.
Entirely possible.
And there it is right now. And actually beautiful Kansas City Mint's colors. This is what we know. This is, from the press release and this is what we know about concessions. So selling concessions, that's very interesting. Almost like vote. Oh, I feel like almost like the act of voting. Hello, welcome. That we are that they're kind of giving up that power, and that'll be very interesting because Blaseball is about the shared narrative that we are experiencing together.
Everybody, my sister's in chat.
Oh, hi, Cat sister.
Say hi to my sister.
Hi, Lex.
Hello.
Hi, Lex.
Hello.
Is this them?
Lexabyte.
Everyone knows now. Cat and Lexabyte related.
Oh. Right.
Oh no.
That was my
Uh huh.
Which, by the way, that device at my my mom's current house. No. Point is, my mom's Alexa is named Echo because my sister's name is Lex.
Wow.
Oh, that makes sense. I can imagine that being very. Thank you, chat, for being so supportive.
Yeah.
Lexa, hopefully you're about to join Blaseball. I'm not sure if you were here before, but if you have any questions, this show is about you, about any folks new to Blaseball. So if you have questions about the concessions, please feel free to put them in the chat, or if you have any hot takes, put them in there as well. But thanks again, Cal, for reminding us about the wills or the results from season number 11.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's really gonna be. It's been the big mystery over the siesta. We've had some fun stuff like the coffee cup that's gone on, but the big mystery over the siesta is what are the results from these 3 election items going to be? Between closing the book, which is going to get us some stadiums, I think.
Hopefully,
yes. Ballparks.
Deface the book, which is bringing us wills, and then the book eating, which is gonna get us these concessions that we haven't figured out yet. There's so much mystery of what's gonna come tomorrow.
And I love that. Again, it's continuing that shared narrative of us. It's like a giant tabletop RPG or D&D game where Blaseball game bands are game masters, and we're reacting, but also slightly pushing the ship in different directions. So that's very interesting.
And it definitely seems like straight from the press release, wills are going to be something for deeper strategy for teams.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to involve more organization within each fan base. What exactly that means, we don't know. It seems that each team is going to win the same number of wills. So maybe it's something along the lines of, if you win this will, your team's votes count 1% more or something like that.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Totally wild speculation, just something like that maybe.
Oh, I love it. Please, hot takes are more than welcome here. As half a hot take elemental, I appreciate that.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
A really good take that I've heard about wills is that each team will have a choice of different blessings. And to remind folks that what blessings are, traditionally at the end of each week when Blaseball is here, on Sunday, there's the election. So we earn coins by voting, by earning money for our idols doing well. So we take that money, and the main use is to put that into hopefully winning. Ooh, we got a ooh.
Yeah, sorry. I just saw that Robin Dan just rated.
Oh, thank you. Hello, friends. I appreciate that. Hi, welcome to Blaseball. My name is Joey T. Badger here with Blaseball News Network's Blaseball Sunday with a cup of Joey T. Badger here with Marissa, Kat, and Cal. What we're doing is we're talking about what's upcoming for Blaseball. Blaseball's coming back tomorrow. If you don't know what Blaseball is, Blaseball.com, find information. If that's confusing, because it is and Blaseball's a lot, this here is supposed to be an accessible show. So if you have questions, please feel free to ask them. Yes, this is the Blaseball community. Joey T. Blagic. I don't know what that is, but I like it. Yeah, so hi, I see Cat.
Hey,
yes, you do.
Sponsor. Yes, this is me.
I have a question. What Cal, what are you drinking right now?
Oh, I'm just drinking some little boba bubble.
What? I did oh my,
is it taro?
Yeah,
it is taro. It has just been graciously delivered to me by my partner who just got home.
That is lovely.
Oh, thank you, partner.
Just happened to come back with some of this for me. How convenient. Anyways.
That is objectively correct. Thank you so much for that. Now I want taro tea. Oh boy. So Marissa, as someone who's not as plugged in, what are your, when you're hearing all these things about concessions and wills and blessings, what kind of questions come to mind, or what are you excited about?
Immediately, the first thought that comes to my head is like, oh, there's some voting stuff that's gonna happen. It seems like there's a lot of mystery, and it's fun to be on the same side of everybody, and that we're all confused together right now.
Yep.
Yeah, Blaseball, baby.
That's Blaseball, baby.
That seems to be the modus operandus of Blaseball half the time, is that people are like, I don't know. Through context clues, I understand that everyone had a bunch of different things to vote on at the end of last season. With words, I guess, is all you got. Eat. I can't remember the other two.
Yes, you can actually see in the book, you can see all of the other, on page 2 of the book of Blaseball, you can see all of the options that we could have gotten. And the ones that are green are the ones that we chose as a fan base.
Got you. So my question is, was it a community decision? Like, were there reasons for it, or?
I mean, they chose eat because eat.
Yeah. That's, and the way they presented it was very interesting.
Yes,
where they're like
the book.
Yeah. Deface the book.
The book.
And of course, the book being, again, the rules of Blaseball. So if you go to blaseball.com, under more, there is the book. These are the rules. Pretty scary because a lot of things are redacted. But this kind of talk about how Blaseball is run, and these slowly unfold over time as well as new things are revealed and decisions are made.
Got you. Crying in baseball is
redacted.
Crying in baseball is that's
so
my favorite line in the whole book.
It is great. It sums it up right there. But page 2 is something that's new. This is the new thing. And they were thinking oh, we're going to deface the book or eat the book. The book is going away. No. We are expanding the book. So it was very interesting, and a swap that they did on us, those cheeky developers.
Nice.
Someone in chat did ask really quickly what Blaseball actually looks like when Blaseball is running.
That's a great question.
It looks like a box score for another kind of game you may have heard of. It's called baseball. So you see who's batting, who's pitching, a pitch count, so balls and strikes for the batter who's up at the time. If someone gets on base, there'll be fun messages. There'll be info about whatever crazy weather is going on, because Blaseball has crazy weather effects that can impact the game. It's basically just a big old readout of information as things are simulated. Sorry, that was just an aside.
That was great. Yeah, that's a great question. Because we haven't seen Blaseball in months. And I'm currently trying to find a page, but now my ad blocker is being blocked. Hold on. So if you're a fan of baseball, this is baseball, but with an element that you might have your favorite player incinerated. We don't know. There is legitimate horror elements that we have to contend with.
Yeah, your team may have more than one base to go on.
Yeah,
you might have a fourth base before home plate occasionally.
Yeah, you never know, and sometimes only a couple teams have that. So it's his own special thing that makes Blaseball fun and exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question from Paralytic State.
Oh, this one right here. Yep.
Yeah, which is like, how is it actually played?
Mm.
And I'm assuming that means from our perspective.
Yeah.
No, they're asking about baseball.
Yeah.
Well, you see, there's two teams, and one team throws the ball, and the other team hits the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And there's running involved, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, so as a fan of Blaseball, how you interact with the game is mostly by placing bets. Thank you for the screenshot. So a whole bunch of games go on at the same time. It's crazy. You'll see it tomorrow when Joey does his insane 24-hour stream or whatever the fuck he's doing. Yep. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear.
That's fine.
From a fan standpoint, mostly of what you're doing is betting on the games, who's going to win. You get you can idolize characters or players who will if they get hits or if they're a pitcher when they get strikeouts, that'll give you a payout. And when your team wins, you can get a payout. All of these payouts you can increase them in the shop. If you're brand new, you won't have access to the shop yet. Once the game starts, you'll be able to get in and you'll see.
Yeah, well said. I'm actually creating a video on how to play Blaseball. I consider it a 3-part loop. The first part is you're wagering on games, you're wagering on whether players are going to succeed, get you coins, you use your coins to increase your ability to get coins, also to buy votes. Votes is the second part. We're voting, that's where the community comes in, where we're shaping the narrative. So we get to choose a set of predetermined things that all right, are we going to face the book? Are we going to open the forbidden book and cause the Moab Desert to be consumed by the Hellmouth, and then umpires are going to start incinerating your favorite players. So we as players get to choose through a democratic, process by buying votes. What's more democratic than buying votes is that we get to shape that narrative. And then the step 3 I like to think of is react. We are reacting to what happens. So we don't know what's going to happen. We make a choice, and like playing a Dungeons and Dragons, our game masters of the game band, the makers of Blaseball, adjudicates what the heck happens and what that means for us. Usually it's trauma.
That's the really wild thing. Almost, week to week, we get a very vague idea of what all the different things we're voting for, what they may do. And we also may know exactly what a thing does, but it's a randomized thing. So every single week on Sunday when the election results, that is true. We didn't know that the Forbidden Book was actually going to cause
who would have thought that
players
opening
to
the
die.
Forbidden Book was going to be bad?
The game literally told us not to open the Forbidden Book, but people did it anyway because it's a Forbidden Book.
Did you not hear of Pandora's box?
Exactly.
Yes, but it was a book. A book is not a box.
Okay, that's
unless
fair.
it is. Actually, question for the panel: is a box a book?
Oh, Conan.
I heard Dan. Hi, Dan. And thank you for bringing Conan, one of the cutest cats around. Conan, my boy.
Conan, my boy.
Conan, my boy.
But
he's gonna explore.
But of course, we had to open the Forbidden Book, and kind of ever since we have a vague idea of what the stuff that we're voting for, what it will do, and all the different teams. Because of course, unless you're me and you follow Blaseball, everyone else who follows Blaseball has a team that they cheer for. And so, you vote with your team to get the blessings for your team that you want and get the right decrees with mysterious after effects. And, that's the whole Blaseball experience, baby.
That right, you are, and it really captures that sense of you're watching a sport, or you're being invested in a sport in real life. Is that you can have a team? Yes, Marissa.
Sorry to.
No problem.
I do wonder. There was a whole thing that happened between the last vote and today, which was that whole like coffee cup thing, and there was also a lawsuit thing. I think I understand the
also true. Technically, yes, those are things that happen. Thank you.
Oh,
those are things that happened. It's 3:30 on a Sunday. Those are both things that happened during. It was a long siesta. Nothing that happened during the siesta is like necessary knowledge for following Blaseball.
Largely non-canon.
Like almost completely non-canon. Pretty much nothing. Like, I mean, canon's fake anyway, but
yeah.
Like explicitly not canon.
I don't know, Desafern. I have it queued up. We'll. I'm a very cheap person, so we'll see what happens. Yeah. So a really good point there. Another way to experience this is, being part of the greater community. Again, if I get off topic or not answering the question that you asked, Marissa, I'll try my best there. That Blaseball exists bigger. It's greater than the sum of its parts, where the community is so excited about what's happening, creating a lot of lore, creating a lot of interpretations, and the official stance of the game ban and Blaseball is that there are many interpretations of what Blaseball is and like who the characters are or what their pronouns are. Are they a anthropomorphic dragon?
When I talk about the wiki later.
Oh, what a great tease! Stay tuned for a wiki talk. So it's a way to create a lot of fun fiction that we all can enjoy and a part of. And like you said, Marissa, two things that happened, the coffee cup, some of you might have actually showed up because that's when Blaseball was getting big, and it was during a siesta. It was a way to experience some Blaseball, where took a bunch of favorite players, put them into a tournament of champions, so like an exhibition tournament, and that's a non-canon way to impact the rest of the game while showcasing some silliness from the developers through the different things that happen, but also give us a chance to experience some Blaseball. Does that answer your question about the coffee cup?
It does. Thank you so much.
Yeah, actually, one of the I've been fishing for questions from newer Blaseball fans on Twitter all week, and one of the more interesting ones I did get was from at the Land Shakes. It was, should I have followed the coffee cup? Will it have any effect on the upcoming season? Because I checked out after the Grand Siesta started and I couldn't follow all the in-jokes.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot to keep up with in the off-season because somehow Blaseball fan energy got expanded times 10.
Yeah.
But just to expound on the coffee cup a little bit, it has the very slightest effect on the upcoming season, which the members of the winning team, Inter Espresso, who won, the members of that team all have a new mod called Percolated, which we don't know what it does.
They have percolated energy.
Yeah, they have percolated energy.
Drank Parker.
Yeah, exactly. They have percolated energy. The name of the mod is Perk, technically. Oh, geez. Percolated energy. And we don't know if that's just a vanity mod saying, hey, these people won, or if it will have some kind of effect on those players during the upcoming season. So that's the one.
There are also a few like short-term mods that will carry over from
it's
Glaive.
It's Glaive one.
Yeah. There are a few short-term mods that some players have still carried over from like Marmy says, there are some players with free refills. I think there is one or two pitchers who still have triple threat.
Ultimately, it was very small impact. So you answer the question from the lovely person from Twitter. You don't really need to know. It's not really. It was just a way to satiate
a fun thing.
Some big
a little bit of
energy.
extra fun. Yeah.
Got you.
Apparently, Sutton Bishop.
Honk.
Yeah.
Love Sutton Bishop. Love the Hellmouth. Marissa, you about to say something?
I think there sometimes there is a little maybe not confusion. There is like a divide between, in my mind, not divide. Sometimes I get confused between what is what are the fans making versus like what is the company actually Like canon versus not?
Boy, that's a really good question.
It's a real burner.
I think that kind of segues into what Kat wants to talk about.
Sure, yeah.
And then we'll talk about the stance of how they had in the past, and like what's canon and what's not canon, what's fan canon. So, Kat, if you want to talk about the wiki as well.
Sure, yeah. Well, for starters, canon is fake. Nothing in Blaseball is canon except for players' names and the team that they're on and like what happens in games. That's canon. Like everything around it is completely fan made, totally up to interpretation. Like players, appearances, pronouns, everything. Not canon, not anything. And that's dope. That's rad as hell. Canon is lame.
and Cal, thank you for grabbing the tweet from Steven.
Yes.
Steven is one of the creators of Blaseball. Official canon is only what appears on the site or confirmed by the front office, as communicated by us by the Blaseball gods. So that is what is kind of like the truth, the core truth, but also it created some beautiful things from that truth, like a very pretty flower. That what makes Blaseball amazing. All the songs that are created, there's a lot of awesome songs. All the art, all the lore, channels dedicated to just developing lore, and it's nice because like not everyone's interpretation is the hard truth. Like there is some wiggle room and allows people to be expressive, which I think makes the Blaseball community healthy. Because I remember when I'll share a quick experience of what really hooked me into Blaseball. When I was watching, I was a Flowers fan, still am a Flowers fan, and a player just got incinerated. And I think this when Gloria Bugsnax was first brought in. So when a player gets incinerated, a new player immediately is generated and is brought into existence. And immediately people were making sketches of what Gloria, possibly look like. All we have is like just the name Gloria Bugsnax, which is a great name, but we don't know any more details. And people were talking about like representation in like different pronouns, and there was like some disagreement. Some people already updated the wiki, and then people decided and kind of democratically what they wanted, and there was like this beautiful like mesh and like coming to understandings of it. And I think it's what I point to that moment. It's like, wow, what a positive and healthy community and non-toxic.
And that's sort of like everyone coming together and like collaborating about what they want their team's lore to be. That's like the beauty of Blaseball. And that's, I think something, if I can dip a little bit into wiki talk.
Please do. The segue is now complete.
That the changes to the wiki are trying to facilitate as well. If people didn't know, Blaseball.wiki is the new Blaseball wiki. It's hosted by Sibr, SIBR. It's very good. And I'm looking at the announcement that was given to me, and it says that the wiki isn't canon. It says, ultimately, be sure to know, this wiki is not the only place to share creative writing. This wiki is not the end-all be-all of Blaseball. If you want to add to the wiki, or if you want to do anything with your headcanon in Blaseball, dope. Go for it. Rad.
I love
Anyway,
that.
that's just my little spiel about the wiki.
Thank you for saying that.
Also, there's a new admin and some new other people working for the wiki to make it easier on Nesbitt and Steven, who did crazy awesome work and still do crazy awesome work. Shout out to Risky.
Love that. Thank you again for providing that. And again, the Society of Internet Blaseball Research, SIBR, is an amazing organization that Kat is a part of that has created so many different tools and web applications and databases to allow fan creations to go that much more, either as a platform or as a source of data or as a source of being more transparent and accessible to fans. So thank you, SIBR. SIBR.dev, I believe, is their web address. Check them out and all the cool stuff they do. So thank you again, Sibber. Oh, that's right. Thank you, If Biff.
They also host BNN now.
It's true.
Blaseball.news.
The new and improved Blaseball.news is also hosted by Cyber, the Society for Internet Baseball Research.
Love them.
It's very true.
If a T Badger was looking for website hosting, who should I talk to? Just kidding.
I mean, not kidding. There's literally a we will host anyone who wants to have shit hosted.
Right, you are. It's pronounced and there's over there. That's correct. Thank you, If Biff. But folks, yeah. So, Marissa, I feel like we talked about around your question. Does that make sense and that answer your questions on that?
It absolutely does, and thank you so much. I like this quote from the main page of the Blaseball wiki, which is, "Some is true, some is not. All is Blaseball." That's apparently by Umpire Sunman, which is terrifying personally to me.
Love me some Sunman. I wonder what happened to Sunman.
What happened there?
He left, and Sun 2 Man showed up, and
Umpire Summon, I believe, stems from like I think Steven's alt character in the Blaseball universe. One of the umpires, I guess, were front office folks. Marissa has interesting connection with Summon. If you want to talk about that real quickly, because I cannot talk about Little League.
All it is that we were in the show called Blittle League, which is a bunch of Blittle Leaguers.
Watch Blittle League.
A bunch of Blittle Leaguers set in the Blaseball universe, and they also like it's a little Stranger Things as well, where they go around and investigate paranormal mysteries in that universe. Joey T. Badger's character that Joey T. Badger plays, Severus Zlovan, has a history with Sunman's character, where Sunman is out to get Slobs.
Yeah, to kill him. So
to kill.
Check us out on YouTube, actually, where we're trying to release more how to play Blaseball and answer questions about Blaseball. So it's youtube.com/thesplortshub. Check us out there, and we have a whole tabletop role playing series that's live on Tuesdays. So check us out there. And I'm usually hard on my work, but it's pretty fun. But anyways, we'll never not take a opportunity to plug Little League because it's the best. Looking over the going back to the PR, so the things that we are about to experience, starting tomorrow. One thing I see is from the PR, it says, quote, "The long anticipated Crabitat." So the crabs get their ballpark and then redacted. So this ties back into one of the things we voted on for the book. When it comes to close, that that was interpreted as closing like you close on a piece of property. So what kind of hot takes do we have on what that means about the Crabitat and what that means for the rest of us and our teams?
Well, I think if we're going to be getting a Crabitat, that would automatically make me assume that somehow the best Blaseball team of all time, the Baltimore Crabs, are going to be coming back down from the heavens from which they ascended. Maybe.
Clap down?
Yeah.
Clap down?
Clap down. Clap down.
They're gonna come back from Blaseball 2, where they currently reside, come back to Blaseball, just not Blaseball 2. Or maybe the Crabitat will be up in Blaseball 2.
Hopefully they have a better season this year if they are playing in the major leagues again.
They did in fact go 0-99.
0-99.
No,
yeah.
I think they won one game. I think they won one game.
1-98 maybe. Yeah.
New best record.
Thank you.
And to provide some backstory here is that when a team wins 3 internet series, that means they won the whole entire season. The Baltimore Crabs, the first team to do that, where they won the third one and they ascended. Where I'm currently displaying over here Blaseball 2, Blaseball2.com, which has been confirmed as this kind of like extra planar, almost heaven dimension where apparently gods come from. And that's where the Crabs are right now. And when the Crabs ascended, they get replaced by a new team, the Tokyo Lift. So I have to have them here. So it's very interesting that they were pointed to the first team because they're not currently in Blaseball and Blaseball.com. So they are getting their own ballpark called the Crabitat, which is very interesting.
So
some people are mentioning in chat, if you, you're in the book here. If you go into 6C in the book, it actually has the rule about ascension. B and C are the ones with the ascension stuff on the first page. But it says when teams are sent to blank, they shall return once blank blasphemy.
But also now it's crossed out. I didn't notice that before.
Yes, the ascension rule has been crossed out.
Oh boy, thank you.
That
Blaseball.
Means that the Tigers aren't going to ascend, but who knows? That's Blaseball.
Yeah, a couple other teams are on a precipice. I believe the Hades Tigers have won 2. Yep. The Shoe Thieves? Pies are 2. Yeah.
Thieves have 1.
So we will be very interesting to see what happens next.
Wings have 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure what blasphemy is, but it's very interesting that when we voted on close for the book, we team shall build ballparks in the image, which is very cool. Maybe once you ascend, maybe you get a ballpark. Maybe that's like why
I'm hoping that we're all gonna get ballparks from that, because it says teams shall build ballparks. I'm wondering if maybe they're just talking about the Crabitat as like because that's sort of the most canonical stadium.
It's definitely kind of the most popular fan.
So I'm kind of wondering if all teams are going to get their own stadiums, and if that means something for home games. It's kind of what the text, the unredacted text from the book would indicate to me, is that it's sort of some sort of home field advantage.
Which would be very nice. It would be really nice for home games to actually mean something besides having the chance to win in the bottom of the ninth.
Because there have been blessings that gave home field advantages or away field advantages, but that had to be a thing that you won. It'd be interesting to be like, okay, when the Flowers play at home, that means that there's more ground outs when they're on defense because the ground in the Garden grows and hides the balls. I just came up with that.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting. I think it will give flavor to each of the teams, because I think
it'd be super cool.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the fan art and fan creations come from that, like, what is actually playing in the Boston Garden like, or what's it playing at the Crabitat?
Shoe Stadium. Love Shoe Stadium, by the way. Wushu. Shout out to Shoe Stadium and the Shoe Thieves.
It's so silly, and I love it so much. But Marissa, any questions on that? Because it's something that's very new to us, because we have no idea what it means. Any hot takes there?
This is the thing I'm excited about with stadiums, is the potential for fan art. Like, I don't know if I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen a lot of player art, but I don't know if I've seen like the Boston Flowers Stadium art. And what that might look like.
Yeah, some people will do. I don't think I would love to have more like world building fan art.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of character art, but I kind of want to know more about the world, like the immaterial plane in general.
Exactly. What if they have details about it? I mean, it would be really interesting.
That would be very cool.
Yeah, I feel like almost having like a little bit of like canon be like, this is the official name of it, I feel like lends a lot of credence, which then is that nugget just enough that's like the name of the player or name of a team to really let like a lot of stuff grow, pun not intended, because of Flowers.
Right. I try to imagine a situation where the sentence, I bought a hot dog at the Boston Flowers Stadium, is emotionally charged.
Yeah, you're right.
And what that would mean. It would be really fun.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. I really want to know, because like all the names are perfect. All the stadium names are just and the fans are amazing. Like, I feel like a lot of times in like a good D&D session or some collaborative experience, that you would never, just one person, one group would have the perfect things or like some beautiful things, but having such a wide net and range of people and different experiences contributing creates such a unique and really in-depth lore and art.
There's a lot of really funny people who write some really good things in Blaseball, just in general, just funny or poignant or just good. Blaseball's good, you guys.
Blaseball's good. Yeah. if you have one takeaway from the show, that Blaseball is good. Just hitting up some of the other key points here with the PR and what to expect starting tomorrow. One thing is the feed. The feed, again, another very legitimate criticism or real opportunity for Blaseball is that it's a lot. It's hard to keep track of things. There's some fan-made tools. Thank you again, Sibber, for making things like Reblaze, so you can see what happened in previous games. That it's nice that the developers have actually listened to that and understand, like, boy, if you miss like a day or not glued on Twitter, you're gonna miss all the stuff that's happening. So it seems like that's a nice way, a nice middle ground to like have the information more presentable.
Yeah,
and now here is when I advertise for Blaseball News on Twitter.
Oh yeah, do it up.
To follow all of the news about Blaseball. Follow #Blaseball Update for more information.
Yeah, there's the real secret. The feed's gonna put me out of a job, Joey.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Awesome. It's great.
But still, yeah. So it's called Blaseball Update. Is that a new thing? I actually didn't know about that.
#Blaseball Update. Yeah.
Well, #Blaseball Update is just what we use for news. If you can follow that hashtag and get all of the most important news from Blaseball News.
My favorite handle though is at Blaseball News. Personally,
@Blaseball News is a very good handle.
Yeah, and we'll tweet all this stuff as well. So I feel like having BNM, Blaseball News Network, or Bean as the kids call it, is such a good resource as well. So I highly recommend following it, and I'm legally obligated to say it, but also emotionally happy to as well.
Yes, and someone in chat mentioned Loocrates is probably associated with the feed.
Yep.
That's right.
Remember Loocrates?
Oh boy, do I! So spelled Lucrates, but Loocrates because it's funnier that way.
There's a macron on it and everything.
Was teased as well, so it seems like it's a way to kind of be that middle ground between like completely fan-made lore and like what's canon. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Geez, what was I going to say? Yeah, I'm very excited for the feed because one of the main reasons why I actually enjoy doing the whole Blaseball News thing is really just to help Blaseball be a lot more accessible for people, whether it be through written recaps or we've helped someone publish a really big long recap video that has helped a lot of people get into the sport and that kind of stuff, or just helping people. I know back in the day, a lot of people just used to, at the end of the day, read through the entire Twitter feed on Blaseball News just as an easier way to keep up with stuff without having to be glued to the site the entire time, like some of us willingly do. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited for the feed, just from that perspective, just to make Blaseball way more accessible for people who, don't have the bandwidth or the time to keep up with it 24/7.
And that brings us to a really huge point of sustainability when it comes to Blaseball and the ability to stay and not be burnt out, is that Blaseball is now going on a 3 weeks on, 2 weeks off schedule. So we'll actually have times to recuperate, process the trauma that we inevitably will experience. Trauma in a good way, of course.
Also render all of our videos so that we don't have to work on them at 3 in the morning.
That is correct. So yeah, well,
3 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Love that.
Yeah,
that's perfect. So you have like all the
that's material plane weeks.
Yep.
Oh, is that, did I not say that right? 3 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
I think you said it backwards.
Oh, whoops. 3 weeks on, 2 weeks off. So 3 weeks of Blaseball, 2 weeks siesta.
And there will also be, as Crafted Robot brought up, mid-season siestas. There will be an Earl siesta after day 27, and a late siesta after day 72. So my mom is asking what is in my mug. It is RX Energy Herbal Tonic from Arizona. It is a very bright yellow color that Marissa thought was butterscotch pudding.
It should be. It really should be butterscotch pudding. I'm not going to fall off that train yet.
I'm sorry. What was I talking about? Shit.
Mid siestas.
Yes. There are going to be mid-season siestas. We don't fully know what that means as of yet.
Mm-hmm.
But in the book, it does for, I think, burn.
It's under burn. Yeah.
Yeah. Mentions something about days 27 and 72.
It's the only unredacted bit of burn, except for A, B, and C, is under B. There's a bunch of redacted, and then days 27 and 72.
I never knew that connection. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm sure it's also a way for developers to like fix things or implement something without interrupting the experience as well.
Yeah, so that we don't get a grand unslam or anything.
Yeah.
Burn the Blaseball servers.
Yeah.
Or don't burn out. Here's a mid-season siesta.
I like that.
That would be
just voted for burn.
Hey,
Anti-burnout measures. Come on.
Like a burn cream or something.
I feel like there was something else. Oh, we haven't touched on tarot cards yet.
Oh, tarot cards. Yeah. Really quickly, let's talk about tarots.
So, in the election at the end of season 12, every team got to vote on a major arcana card. And there was a bunch of whimbying, but every team...
Oh, I'll stop you right there. You said two things that I'm confused about. What is a Wimby and what is Major Arcana?
Well, Major Arcana in general is from tarot cards. It's the tarot cards that are like the face cards, for example, of like a regular deck of cards, rather than the like two of swords or the five pentacles. There's the Empress or the Magician. Major Arcana is also a player for the Society Data Witches. Major Arcana is my idol. Reply if Major Arcana is your idol too.
A fun bit from the Coffee Cup. The Coffee Cup featured actually a lot of different organizations. So Sibir was represented in that Coffee Cup. So Major Arcana is tarot cards. And Wimby, what does Wimby mean again?
Wimby comes from the Tumblr meme. It's fucking Wimby. But specifically in this case, Wimbying is when a team, if you want to pull up the election page, you can actually see it happen, especially with the lovers, I think is the worst one. I'm sorry if Bev, I haven't been on camera like this. This is the most I've talked like out loud in months.
The wings.
Anyway,
the wings down toward the bottom is pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
The lover, the card, not the team.
Oh yeah.
The lover, the card. If you scroll up a little bit, so Wimbying is the millennials won the lover with 1% of the vote, even though the lovers put in 83%. That's a Wimby.
That makes sense. Yeah, so and that's Blaseball, baby. Sometimes you just get those random things happening. Like for instance, with the flowers. Luckily, we had 70%. We got it. Yay! It's Wimdy. Whatever. I like Wimby better. Yeah, Wimby is objectively funnier.
True.
Yeah.
And we're so thank you all for joining again. Again, we're going to start wrapping up this program. Any last thoughts or questions, Marissa, from Kat, Cal, the chat, as we prepare for tomorrow's return? It's finally here.
So tomorrow, 11 a.m. I'm just gonna start consuming all the Blaseball related content. Right? Where can I find all this new stuff? Where can I find Blaseball related content?
Well, Marissa, really good segue and plug right there. 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is when Blaseball is to return. You can just hit follow and subscribe and stuff here because we will be broadcasting live. And that's one thing we love doing here is we broadcast live Blaseball. So if Blaseball's like fantasy baseball, we like to treat it as a real game and actually provide commentary as it happens in real time. So you can just find it here at the Splorts Hub for your live coverage. And again, we'll be celebrating at the game because I made a promise of casting every team. There's 20 teams. I should have checked before I committed to that. So best case scenario, it's 10 games. Worst case, I'm probably staying up late, but good to have you all here with me.
Yeah, you are committed to 10 to 12 games and you have not even seen the schedule yet.
That's right. Yep, that's the hardest part.
That's Blaseball.
You'll see a lot of faces here because they said they would be helping me stream. So I can't wait to have them in the booth. So thank you for that, Marissa. But any other questions about tomorrow? Apparently tonight we're supposed to get information about concessions being open
dinner time.
Whatever
dinner time, whenever that is, yeah.
Dinner time, okay.
Which is probably going to be around the same time as the Inside of Blaseball stream is in your time zone, based on the evidence that at an IAB stream earlier, either Joel or Steven said they were going to call Parker, but they wouldn't because he was probably eating dinner. So Parker probably eats dinner during the time zone, during the general time of whenever it was 9 Eastern, which was 6 Pacific, which makes sense for dinner.
Which makes sense. Also, it needs to be, if it's going to happen today, it's going to happen sometime today, whenever that means.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be today. It'll probably be a later tonight.
And also, I imagine just follow at Blaseball News or follow us at the Splorts Hub as well. We'll be retweeting and telling you all the information that you need. Or at Cat's the Lats, as you see in Cat's handle in the screen right there. Right, you are. So we'll let you know because we love it so much.
Also, just like Blaseball.com is the website for Blaseball. You do all of the voting and everything on that website. If you want to join the Discord, it's a great place to talk to your team. There's links in the Discord for the Bean cord, for the Sibber cord, for all your team cords. Go to bone.courses and don't, because that's the Hellmouth.
But yeah, a lot of places to join. Again, Blaseball's a lot. At our YouTube channel, again, we are at the Splorts Hub. We are dedicated to presenting more information. The next couple days, we'll be presenting on how to get involved in Blaseball beyond just Blaseball.com. All the community building, a lot of like what things mean, because we said a lot of stuff about Parker. Oh, who's Parker? And there's a whole cast of gods we have not even mentioned.
There's a whole we barely
pantheon.
Actual storyline.
Yeah.
So.
Follow If Biff on Twitter at Biff IFH. Sure, this is plug. Wonderful people.
If Biff is great. Another Sibber. If Biff Sibber.
Yeah. If you have a Twitter handle, put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
If you're a Blaseball, if you're doing shit in Blaseball, let us know. We like cool stuff.
Yeah, we love cool stuff because the community's cool. Any last questions, Marissa, Cal, Kat? Anything you want to? We'll do plugs in a minute as well.
Follow Astrid. She's gay.
That's compelling. Seeing none, we'll start with Marissa, go to Kat, and then Cal. Marissa, what do you want to plug besides the site?
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm on another show tonight at 6 called Once Upon a Doodle. Check that out at 2MB Studios on Twitch.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about we do have that show tonight.
Yeah.
Improvised drawing adventure. It's actually really fun.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you for that. Kat, how about you?
Wait, Joey, are you on that show?
Yeah, I created it.
Oh, nice.
Surprise. Kat, anything that you want to plug or share?
Yes, it is me. You follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I tweet cool stuff sometimes.
It's confirmed. It's certifiably cool.
Also, I have a Ko-fi. It's linked on my Twitter.
Hell yeah. Love it. Great. And Cal, how about your dang self? Anything you want to plug or share before we say goodbye to everyone?
You can follow the Blaseball News Network at Blaseball News on Twitter. You can check out our website at blaseball.news, where we have fun articles about Blaseball written by myself and many other very cool people on a great variety of topics, whether they be serious or silly. And then also join the BNN Discord if you're interested in just hanging out, talking about professional wrestling or video games, or want to make content about Blaseball. We love to help people out. The link to the Discord is in the Twitter bio.
Love that. Again, BNN does great work. And we are all love Blaseball because the community is what makes us want to come back for more.
The community is why we're here doing
That's why we're here. And with that, just a couple more plugs. We have a partner here on the Sports Hub, 3weeks.courses. They learn something new in just 3 weeks. I mentioned the Sports Hub sent you, but I took a class called Playful Poetry. Sent the link in the chat. It's 3 weeks. It's highly interactive because it's just interactive. It's not like any of those boring online courses where you watch pre-made videos. No, you interact with real humans and you get a takeaway. I wrote a dumb poem about blueberries. And I'm not talented when it comes to writing poetry. Words are hard as it is. But it's been such a fun experience. They really teach you well. I highly recommend them. Awesome group of people. So check them out, 3weeks.courses. Also, tomorrow, again, at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard, we're casting all day. Hit follow, subscribe to see it. If you're already sick of my voice, well,
bad news.
Bad news. It's gonna be a lot of that, but we'll have a lot of fun.
Belated happy birthday. Also.
Thank you very much. It is also a 30th birthday stream as well, celebrating that I am now old. I'm happy to be there, and you were all amazing. But that's about it. We all love Blaseball. Marissa, Kat, Cal, thank you so much for being here. We'll be having these on Sundays because it's fun hanging out with the community. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask either us on Twitter, anywhere. Save them up for the next Blaseball Sunday. We love answering questions because we want you to be enjoying this community as much as we are. And this is about you. Blaseball is about everyone, not just us getting attention, but attention is nice. But with that, thank you so much. The commissioner's doing a great job, and we'll see you next time.